You might not talk about it much, but if you're over city and waking up with sore, stiff, or heavy legs, you're far from alone. As a doctor who specializes in senior health, this is one of the most frequent issues I hear from patients. "Doc, it's like my legs forget how to move overnight." That's not an exaggeration. In fact, it might be your body trying to tell you something important. Here's the truth. What you feel in the morning is more than just getting old. It's a combination of factors. Some you can change today, and others you just need to understand better. That dull ache in the calves, the tightness in the hamstrings, the stiffness around the knees, those sensations often come from hours of stillness, slowed circulation, and subtle inflammation that builds up while you sleep. Let me explain. At night, our heart rate lowers, our metabolism slows, and blood flow naturally decreases, especially to the lower parts of the body. For seniors, this effect is even more pronounced. As we age, our blood vessels lose some of their flexibility, which means it's harder to keep a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood flowing to the muscles. And since your legs are furthest from your heart, they're often the first to show signs of this slowed circulation. When circulation drops, the tissues in your legs receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. Muscles tighten, joints swell slightly, and fascia, the thin layers of tissue that surround muscle, can stick together overnight, making it feel like your legs are locked when you try to get out of bed. If you've ever stood up and had to pause a few seconds before walking, not because you're tired, but because your legs needed a moment to wake up, you're feeling the effects of all this. Now, what makes things worse is immobility. During the day, we move around, we walk, sit, stand, even shift positions. But at night, especially during deep sleep, your legs stay mostly still. For 7-8 hours, your muscles aren't contracting. That lack of movement means fluids can pool in the lower legs, especially if you've been sitting for long periods during the day. It also explains why many seniors experience mild swelling or heaviness in the calves first thing in the morning. And if you're already dealing with arthritis, diabetes, or poor circulation, the effect is even more intense. These conditions can all interfere with how your body regulates inflammation and blood flow, which compounds the morning stiffness and pain. But here's the hopeful part. This isn't permanent. It's manageable. And with the right evening habits, gentle stretches, hydration, and nutrition, you can start feeling real relief, sometimes in just a few nights. In the next section, we'll explore the role of one surprisingly common mistake that makes morning leg pain worse, and how to fix it easily at home. Now that you know circulation and stillness play a big role in morning leg pain, let's talk about something even more sneaky. A small but powerful habit many seniors don't realize is making their legs worse: skipping a proper evening stretch. Let me be clear, I'm not talking about intense yoga or anything that requires balance or flexibility. I'm talking about simple, slow movements that help your muscles stay soft, relaxed, and ready for the night ahead. The problem is, most of us don't think about stretching before bed. We brush our teeth, we lock the doors. But our legs? We just expect them to survive 8 hours without attention. That's like turning off a machine without cooling it down first. Think of your muscles like warm rubber bands. When they're warm, they stretch and move easily. But when they cool down without care, they get stiff and can even stick to surrounding tissues. That's part of what causes that tight, locked-up feeling you may experience in the morning. What's worse? If you've been sitting most of the day, watching TV, reading, or napping in the afternoon, your muscles are already in a shortened, inactive state. Going straight from that into bed is like asking your legs to go dormant for 12 hours, and then we expect them to carry us the second we wake up? No wonder they protest. Even a short routine, just 5 minutes, can help dramatically. A seated hamstring stretch, gentle ankle circles, or even lying in bed with your legs slightly elevated and pointing your toes forward and back can get blood flowing and tissues loosened. This also encourages lymphatic drainage, which helps reduce overnight swelling. But stretching isn't the only mistake I see. The other big one? Going to bed slightly dehydrated. You might avoid drinking water at night to prevent bathroom trips, and that's understandable. But your muscles need water to stay flexible and function properly. Even mild dehydration can lead to cramping, stiffness, and poor overnight recovery. It's one of the most overlooked causes of morning leg pain. And the fix? Easy. A small glass of water an hour before bed. Not too much, not too late. And finally, temperature matters. Sleeping in a cold room or under a fan can sometimes cause muscles, especially older ones, to contract more during the night. If your legs ache more in cooler months or when you're near AC, try wearing light leg warmers or placing a soft blanket over your calves. You'd be surprised how much of a difference this can make. In short, the way you prepare your legs for sleep determines how they perform when you wake up. In the next part, I'll explain what foods or habits before bed can either support or sabotage your recovery, including one bedtime snack that may be making your legs feel twice as heavy. Here's something most seniors never suspect. What you eat in the hours before bed may be quietly sabotaging your leg health. You see, while food fuels our bodies, the wrong kind of fuel at the wrong time can lead to inflammation, fluid retention, and poor overnight muscle recovery. And your legs are often the first to feel the effects. Let's start with salt. Many common bedtime snacks, like crackers, processed cheese, canned soup, or even low-fat popcorn, are packed with sodium. You might not taste it, but your body notices. Sodium causes your body to retain water, especially in the lower parts like your legs and ankles. That's why many older adults wake up feeling like their legs are heavier or more swollen than the night before. It's not just age, it's chemistry. Now add sugar to the mix. Those small desserts we often treat ourselves to, cookies, ice cream, chocolate, may seem innocent, but they spike your blood sugar right before sleep. This not only disrupts your rest, but also triggers an inflammatory response in your tissues, including your joints and muscles. That low-grade inflammation doesn't make a loud entrance, but over time, it shows up as soreness, stiffness, and morning fatigue in your legs. Then there's alcohol. A small glass of wine or nightcap might help you fall asleep, but it also dehydrates your body and disrupts muscle repair. Alcohol interferes with how your body absorbs magnesium, calcium, and protein, 3 things your muscles desperately need overnight. Without them, you're more likely to wake up with sore, tired legs that just don't bounce back like they used to. So what's the solution? It's not about cutting out all the joy. It's about making smarter swaps. A small handful of almonds or walnuts before bed, for example, offers magnesium and healthy fats that support muscle relaxation. A slice of banana with peanut butter provides potassium and protein, both critical for overnight repair. Even Greek yogurt, rich in calcium and slow-digesting protein, can help muscles recover more efficiently during sleep. Timing matters too. Eating your final snack at least 1 to 1.5 hours before bed gives your digestive system time to work without disturbing your rest. This also prevents reflux, which can interrupt deep sleep, another sneaky culprit in poor muscle recovery. Another overlooked trick? Herbal teas like chamomile or ginger. Not only do they promote relaxation, but they also reduce inflammation and help circulation, making them a wonderful nighttime ritual for better leg health. What we eat and drink before bed either supports the recovery process or creates more work for your body while it should be healing. And when your legs are already working hard to carry you through the day, they need every bit of help they can get overnight. In the next part, we'll talk about one specific mineral that quietly disappears with age, and why not having enough of it might explain those cramps, spasms, and aches that keep showing up in the morning. If you've ever woken up to a sudden, painful cramp in your calf or a stiff, uncooperative leg that makes even standing a challenge, there's a high chance your body is trying to warn you about something. A hidden deficiency that becomes more common with age: magnesium. Magnesium might not sound exciting, but for your legs, it's like a backstage crew making sure everything runs smoothly. It helps relax muscles, regulate nerve function, and balance fluid levels in your tissues. Without it, muscles become twitchy, overactive, and prone to cramping or locking up, especially after a night of no movement. And here's the part most seniors don't realize. Your ability to absorb magnesium drops as you age. Even if you're eating well, certain medications, including diuretics, acid blockers, and some blood pressure pills, can quietly drain your magnesium stores. Add to that low appetite, reduced kidney efficiency, and the natural effects of aging, and you have a recipe for sore, tired legs by morning. You may not feel a full cramp every night, but stiffness, jumpy legs, restless sleep, or waking up feeling like your legs just don't want to move. That's magnesium talking. Thankfully, this is something you can address gently and safely. Start with food. Leafy greens like spinach, nuts like almonds and cashews, seeds like pumpkin or sunflower, and whole grains such as oats are all rich in magnesium. Beans and legumes like black beans or lentils are also fantastic choices for dinner or a light evening snack. You might also consider a magnesium supplement, but always talk to your doctor first. Magnesium comes in different forms, some better for digestion, some for relaxation, and your needs may vary based on other conditions like kidney health or medications. One form I often recommend for my older patients is magnesium glycinate. It's gentle on the stomach, helps relax muscles, and won't cause loose stools like some other versions. For some, taking it an hour before bed can reduce cramping, ease soreness, and even improve sleep quality. And magnesium doesn't work alone. It plays well with other nutrients like potassium and calcium, which is why a varied whole food diet matters so much. A banana and a handful of pumpkin seeds before bed, for example, checks off both boxes. Or a small bowl of yogurt with oats, easy to digest, full of helpful minerals, and calming to the nervous system. But even more important than just getting the right nutrients is building a routine that lets your legs recover every night. That means gentle stretching, light movement during the day, proper hydration, and food that nourishes instead of inflames. Morning leg pain isn't inevitable. It's often your body's way of asking for support, and magnesium is one of the best gifts you can offer. In our final section, I'll walk you through a simple nighttime routine, a few minutes a night, that can completely change how your legs feel when you wake up. So far, we've uncovered the hidden causes of morning leg pain, poor circulation, dehydration, nutrient deficiencies, and the impact of certain foods. But here's the part that ties it all together: your evening routine. You don't need a fancy gym or an expensive supplement cabinet to improve how your legs feel in the morning. What you do in the 30 to 60 minutes before sleep has more impact than most people realize. In fact, just 5 minutes of intentional movement and care can completely change how your legs respond overnight. Let me walk you through a simple routine I often recommend to my senior patients. A low-effort, high-reward habit you can start tonight. Step 1. Gentle seated stretch. 1 minute. Sit comfortably in a chair with your legs extended. Slowly reach toward your toes, keeping your back straight. Don't worry if you can't touch your feet. The goal is to lengthen your hamstrings and lower back gently. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Release and repeat once. This helps relieve tension in the muscles that often stiffen overnight. Step 2. Ankle pumps and rolls. 1 minute. While seated or lying in bed, lift your legs slightly and gently pump your ankles up and down 10 to 15 times, then roll them in circles. This stimulates blood flow, prevents fluid from pooling, and warms up the joints. If you deal with swelling or restless legs, this movement helps drain trapped fluid and wake up your circulation before bed. Step 3. Calf compression or elevation. 1 to 2 minutes. If you have compression socks, wear them for an hour before bed to encourage blood flow. If not, simply prop your legs up on a pillow for a few minutes before lying down. Elevating your legs 6 to 8 inches above your heart helps move blood back toward your core and prevents that heavy leg feeling in the morning. Step 4. Nighttime nutrition check, 30 seconds. Ask yourself, did I eat a protein-rich snack? Did I drink a little water but not too much? If not, now's the time. A tablespoon of almond butter, half a banana, or a few spoonfuls of yogurt are excellent sleep-friendly options. Pair it with a few sips of water or herbal tea. Enough to support your muscles, not disturb your sleep. Step 5. Magnesium and wind down. 30 seconds. If your doctor has recommended it, take your magnesium supplement now, and preferably one that supports muscle relaxation. Then spend a minute simply breathing slowly, in and out. The nervous system plays a role in how your body repairs at night. And stress can quietly tighten muscles without you realizing it. A calm mind helps loosen the body. This entire routine takes 5 minutes, and you can do most of it sitting down. But its impact on your leg health can be profound. You may find that you fall asleep easier, stay asleep longer, and, most importantly, wake up without that painful first step. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. You've asked your legs to carry you through decades of work, parenting, walking, climbing stairs, dancing, even pain. Now it's time to care for them back. With just a few small habits each night, you can wake up feeling more mobile, more confident, and more like yourself again. Because healthy aging isn't about being young forever. It's about moving through each new day with strength, ease, and pain-free legs.